Hey everybody, welcome back to Happily Ever After. Today is our puppy's first time experiencing puppy mash. As usual, Nala is always the first to be excited about trying new things. So we're just going to bring them over and let them decide when they're ready on their own to try it. So what we feed is Royal Canin. And so we're feeding them Royal Canin starter food. This is what their mom has been eating since she was 6 weeks pregnant. And all the way to now, this is what she is eating. It is for dogs up to 22 pounds. Here is the bag. We buy this at PetSmart. You can also get it on Chewy. It is for mothers during their gestation, lactation, and then of course up for weaning puppies. We feed this up to 7 weeks of age, and then we switch them over. Let's see. Frankie, are you not even getting a chance to get in? Let's put you on the other side. So the reason that we feed this is because, as you can see, it is super, super tiny. We, of course, have softened this with goat's milk, which they are very familiar with. But you can see how tiny this is. And so the reason that we like this teeny tiny food is because it is made for brand new puppies. It also softens exceptionally well. I've never seen a puppy turn their nose up at it, as well as it also makes sure that there's no chance of puppies choking. We want to make sure that we don't ever deal with having to do Heimlich maneuver on puppies. So one of the things that's very funny, as you can see, Sadie is getting all into it, literally. We let this sit for a couple of minutes to absorb the goat's milk so that it is super soft and easy for them, because they are not, they don't have a bunch of teeth yet. Hey, Abby, can you bring me the clippers? I forgot to bring over the small clippers to do their desensitization with it. I thought I had it all together, guys. I didn't. So we use these types of dishes with all of our dogs to feed. I find that because we feed multiple dogs at once. Yeah, go ahead. As long as they are actually eating, we use this on them. This makes sure that they are creating a classical conditioning to the clippers so that they are associating eating with the clippers. And as you can see, if you've ever introduced a puppy to clippers that has not experienced it before, their reaction is not this. They kind of freak out, they squeak, they cry if they've not been experiencing it. And as you've seen from our other videos, this is nothing new for our babies. And a dog that is a pleasure to groom is a pet that gets to go to the groomer frequently, and that is a better life for the puppy. And so that is what we are trying to do with ours. Oh, really? Apparently it is going off on a tangent. Hey, Stacy, all of these puppies actually already have their forever homes, but all of our salt and pepper puppies are $9.95. Our deposits are $3.50 to hold your puppy, and then the rest is due at pickup. Sadie, you literally are wearing it. That is so funny. I'm going to move my microphone down here for you guys to actually get to hear this adorable sounds. So we will be feeding our puppies 3 times a day. They will still be getting food from mom during this time, but they but they will eat 3 times a day. So in case you're curious, with these 5 puppies, this is an overflowing 1 cup amount of food. So I do not anticipate that they are going to finish this. We want to make sure that there is plenty of food for everybody, because as we talked about with the bones yesterday, we really do not want anybody doing any type of resource guarding. And we have their litter box right here, because after puppies are done eating, puppies have to go potty. And so we want to make sure that they are eliminating in the right place. Now our 2 that were a little less anxious to get in here. Where are you going? Sorry guys, hold on 1 second. Rudy was escaping behind the chair. So our guys that were a little less, they were a little more apprehensive and wanted to kind of wait and watch. Now they're getting their turn on their own. And then what we'll do is we feed mom less when we start out with puppy mash. And so the food that is softened, she just finishes it up for us, no problem. So for families, this is Mr. Spanky. Hey, handsome guy, are you done? We're going to have you go in here. And this is Frankie. Hey, handsome. Say, Wainala's the first, Frankie's the last. He's a watcher. Say, I want to wait and see whatever's going on. Gauge whether that's fun or whether I want to get involved, and then I'll join in. So this is also what's funny, is then they eat off of each other. Okay, so there was a few other things that I was looking forward to talking to you guys about tonight. I am going to let my awesome family take over for us with the puppies. Michelle, can you come over here and put the puppies back for me?
I can.
Maybe not Michelle. She's making satin balls. So one of the things that we do is we make satin balls. And we use these for our moms.
That's a little small one.
And so what we're doing is making them all about the same size, and then what will happen is we will put these in our deep freezer, and once they're frozen we can stick them in a bag and pull them out as we need them. So when you're making it, it makes a giant batch, and this is a half batch because we don't have golden retrievers or anything like that that are huge. So this is some of the ingredients. There is this batch, as I said, was a half batch, so it was 5 pounds of ground beef. There's wheat germ, oats, eggs, including the shells, total vegetable oil, unsulfured molasses, gelatin. So all the things that are going to help a dog literally gain weight. This is never, ever, ever to be used for puppies. This is only to be used for adults. And we're using this because Annie has such a large litter that we want to make sure that that she has everything that she needs. So we're going to go over to Annie, and I'm actually going to show you her reaction to having a satin ball. They really like it. In case anybody was worried. So as you can see, she is not malnourished, but she's a little smaller than what we want. So she has stayed completely steady since her puppies were born. She hasn't put any more weight on. Marvel, do you think you should have a satin ball?
But you don't need one.
You don't need a satin ball. You are the perfect weight. Look, she's like, I'm going to take this in here because I do not want anybody to get this. So So the other thing that we give her is mother's pudding. So I actually have this here. So this is from the puppy culture program that we use. So it's almost an entire thing of goat's milk, a half a cup of sugar, 1 package of vanilla cook and serve. And that's very important that it is cook and serve, because if you use the instant kind, there's something in it that will give the puppies diarrhea. And then 4 egg yolks. Then we heat it until it is a pudding consistency, as you see. And they can have as much of this as they want from the time that they are in delivering their puppies until their puppies are actually born. And then once they hit over 3 weeks old, which these guys are 17 days, so they're almost 3 weeks. So we've been giving this to her along with the Royal Canin starter food to try and make sure that she has everything that she needs. Now, all of her puppies have more than doubled their birth weight. They are doing fabulous, and we are really happy with how they look. And we want to continue to see everybody gain that way, but we don't want it to take too much from Annie. Now, also during this time of us giving her that food, we are mixing goat's milk powder in with her food, along with Absorb More to help make sure she's getting everything she can out of her food. We're also giving her the Oxy Mama supplement from Revival Health and Doc Roy's Be Strong. But if you have 6 puppies that are absolutely gorgeous laying on their heating pad back here, unfortunately you can't see very well. There's not a whole lot of light. There we go. No, I turned on my flash. So everybody had just finished eating before we came over here. But we've made sure that she has had a chance to eat. Thanks, Michelle. And feed her puppies before we come over and feed her, so they're not trying to compete. But as you can see, we have nice chunky puppies that have beautiful shiny coats. They are super healthy looking, which is what we want, but we would like Miss Annie to fill back out. But as you can see, she is making tons of milk for her babies and doing everything that she should be doing. So as a breeder, we're just trying to make sure that we give her everything at our disposal that we can possibly do to make sure she is as healthy as possible. Now, one of the things that you want to look for with moms, I know, did I startle you? I'm sorry. Is, she still has nice shiny fur. So she still is getting what she needs. I just don't want her babies to take too much out of her. So as you can see, they love the mother's pudding, and I really recommend it because all of the calcium in there and the sugar and the egg yolks is giving them everything that they need to produce lots of milk for their babies. So what we do is we gave her her dinner at 6 o'clock. So we've had some time for her to let that digest. She's had some time to go out to the bathroom and relax. Then she fed her puppies. And then now, a few hours later, we've given her the Satin Ball first and then the mother's pudding, which she will, as usual, finish all of it. And then, as I said, we freeze those. And so that we give her, right now we'll give her 2 a day until we just see this indent that I'm not in love with fill back out. Our vet at this point is not concerned at all. He thinks that she looks good and she's doing well. She's just giving to her puppies. So there's no medical concern. I just personally want to see her put on a little more weight. So all of this litter is also all has their families. So everybody is already accounted for and has their forever home. We have our waiting list started for our next litters that are due in May. I know that everybody was unhappy with us for not having any puppies in January or February or April. But now that it's spring and the weather's better, we are our females are now coming back into heat and giving us beautiful puppies. And we're super excited about our spring litters. As I said, we already have our first look deposits going down and people that are on the waiting list and notification list for our puppies. as we are the only miniature Schnauzer breeder in the Southeast that is a puppy culture protocol breeder. And then we are so excited, I mean absolutely over the moon excited, that we have been recognized for our breeding program with Good Dog for being an ethical and responsible breeder. We went through a lot to be able to be in a part of their program. We had to have interviews about our program. We had to have vet interviews and stuff with our vet. And they had to go through all of our website and all of our protocols and everything. So after all this time, we got the phone call this morning that we are approved. They're putting together our profile, and we'll be getting our badge to put on our website and our Facebook page. But it's always a really nice affirmation when you put so much time, effort, and love into your program to have somebody else come along and say, yep, you are doing it right. You're doing everything you should, and thank you for doing a good job. So I really encourage everybody to check out the Good Dog website. I really am hoping that this is the trend that we will have for people finding puppies in the future, because their job is to vet all of the breeders that they work with and put us through such stringent protocols, which is fabulous, so that they get rid of the backyard breeders and puppy mills and things like that, so people know where they can go to find a healthy puppy who has been raised in a way that it's going to be a good member of their family. And so they view things the way we do, and so we were super, super honored to be chosen to be a part of their family. So we definitely want to support them back. And also, as I said, please check out our website. It has lists of our upcoming litters. A lot of people really love Lulu, which is a Lolly baby, and Lolly is due in May. Cruella babies, which are those Phantom Black and Silvers that everybody has been asking about. She is due. And we are really excited about Zelda and Bandit. We're really hoping to get some liver tans from them, and also some Black and Silver, but I would love to be producing some liver tan. I have not ever produced a liver tan puppy, and so I'm really hoping to get our first one from them, and they are also due in May. So check a look out. And then also another huge favorite is Hercule's Mom, which is a Sarge and Reagan baby, and they are due June the 3rd. So she's the one who gives us our 6-7 pound babies, and both of them are normal sized dogs that just happen to throw this smaller size, which is how we want to get the smaller size puppies. We are not breeding down, but we are really excited to have those. I am going to put a link to the Good Dog website, but it's gooddog.com on this video, and I've seen some amazing things on their site, and they go through all of the information on what you should be looking for when you're buying a dog, questions to ask, and things like that. So they have such great information. So I'm going to go in the crate a little bit. These guys only have a few more days in here, and then they will be going to a whelping pen like Bella's babies. But let's see, this is Xena. I have to think about it, sorry. And this little girl is Purple Puppy. They have not come up with the name yet. This one without a collar is Coco. She is the smallest of all of them, but she didn't start out the smallest. Say no, I was one of the bigger ones, and I've just been a tiny girl. I'm just a tiny girl. She's like, let me sleep, lady, let me sleep. Teeny tiny Coco. And then we have our orange little boy and our yellow boy. And then we have our red boy, which is the last baby to find his home. Most of these babies were chosen off of waiting lists, people waiting for our puppies. So we had a few extras that were in the black colors because a lot of people they were left on our waiting list. We're looking for liver colors. But all of these babies are just different colors of salt and pepper. And as I've talked about before, what you see Miss Xena doing right now is called puppy popcorn, as we refer to it. When puppies are this age, they just spend most of their time sleeping. They eat and sleep and mom helps them go to the bathroom. So that doesn't give them a lot of time to work their muscles. But they're going to need their muscles here in a few days because they're really going to start walking and exploring. So their body's way of doing this is by having them have these muscle twitches while they're sleeping to exercise and strengthen their muscles. So they do their puppy popcorn. All right, so that's all we have for you guys tonight. I know, Annie, I will let you back in with your babies. She's like, move your big butt, lady. I'm ready to go back in. Are you going to say hi to everybody, Annie? Now that you have a mother's pudding face, but I still love you. Say, I am the sweetest girl. She is such a great mama and such a great pet. Say, I'm such a good girl. I'm such a good girl. So thanks so much for tuning in. Pardon our lighting here. It's very technical here in my dining room. It's a little quieter in our dining room, which is better for puppies when they're so little. And then, as you saw, Bella's puppies are in our living room, so they are used to all of the sounds of a household. So please like our page so that you can follow us and get notified when we go live so that you get new videos from us. We try to post 2 videos a week with lots of educational information, information about our puppies, of course, just following along their story because they're so darn cute, and letting everyone know what's going on in the Schnauzer world. And we look forward to talking to you again soon. If you have any questions about any of the protocols that we have talked about today on our feeding and regimens with mother's pudding or making satin balls or how we do our puppy mash, please feel free to message me. I am always happy to answer questions and help anybody along with their program or their pet. If I don't know the answer, I definitely will find it for you. And let us know anything else that you'd like to know about our program or any ideas that you have for videos, what you want to know about, learn about, and see us put up for content. You guys have a good evening, and we'll talk to you again soon.